Covert narcissists do these things to keep you down. Covert narcissists differ slightly from overt narcissists in that they tend to lean towards the woe is me approach. The world always seems to be against them, and nothing ever goes their way. Whereas the overt narcissist is super full of themselves. You know, they take more of a bullhorn approach. Hey everyone, look at me. Here I am. I'm special. Welcome to the channel, guys. I'm really grateful to have you here today. I'm going to be discussing covert narcissists today and the things they do to keep you down. Covert narcissists don't get discussed as often as overt narcissists, and they tend to be a little harder to detect. I made this video to shed some light and give you the signs to look for. In most cases, covert narcissists will take a softer approach. They tend to be more humble and caring towards you in the beginning. They aren't necessarily trying to impress you with looks, money, or things. Early on in the relationship, they seem totally harmless. I'm sure you believe this person was actually a good catch. You believe their character was genuine, and that's normal for all of us to feel that way. I mean, how are you to know what they really are? It's easy to be on your best behavior during the early stages of a relationship, and narcissists do a great job of that for a while. But then they eventually start to shed those qualities that drew you in and morph into their true character. Here are some things you're going to hear covert narcissists say and do over the course of the relationship. So be sure to take notes or watch this a few times, because it's super important to understand what they're all about. It's going to help you save a ton of heartache in the future, I promise. Covert narcissists love to play the victim. They are great at manipulation and are always passive-aggressive. So they'll say things like, don't worry about it. I usually have to take care of it myself anyway. Nobody ever helps me anyway. It's fine. I would do it for you if you needed me to. Life just isn't fair. This always happens to me. You know, I've always had it harder than everyone else. Do any of these statements sound familiar to you? They think there's always someone out there to get them. It's always them against the world. And here's the thing, guys, because most of us here are empaths, we take that bait in most of those cases because we have this inherent trait of wanting to fix others. We want to be a hero to others. And not for recognition. We do it just because we don't like to see other people struggle. The important thing that we need to remember is, in about every case, whatever problems they're having, those are their problems, not ours. And we have to be very in tune with what they're saying and how they're saying it. And then we need to determine if it's something we want to get involved in. You need to build some healthy boundaries and be able to detach yourself from potentially potent victims. You can still help this person to an extent, but don't help them in a way that will require you to change who you are or jeopardize your values. Because when you do allow yourself to get in too deep, that's when they've got you right where they want you. If anything, helping too much will put you in a position that proves to the narcissist that whenever they act a certain way, they'll get what they want. You're going to fall for it every time. It's all part of that manipulation I mentioned earlier. Playing that victim is where coverts love to be, but at some point, if that stops working for them because you've been educating yourself, you catch on to what they're really doing here, and when you have those boundaries set, it's going to upset them. When this happens, they'll start getting more aggressive in how they talk to you and how they treat you. They might start out by trying to boost you up a bit, make you feel confident and proud. Then all of a sudden, they bring on the pain. They get moody and hostile. They quickly lose their patience with you. They cut you down, or maybe they make fun of you. Anything to get revenge on you because you stopped falling for the whole victim game they've been playing. So when this happens, and trust me, it will, it all comes down to how you're going to respond to comments like this. You're being too sensitive. Stop acting like a baby. What's wrong with you? You get upset over everything. You're so defensive all the time. You're crazy. You know what? Everyone else thinks you're crazy too. When you hear these things, keep this in mind. How you respond to any of these phrases will determine whether you become a good source of supply or whether you don't. If you respond negatively to any of these phrases, you will soon become that emotional punching bag I talk about all the time on this channel. The best way to approach any of these phrases is to hear what they're saying and let it go in one ear and out the other. Don't take offense to anything they say, no matter how hard they're trying to get you to respond. You can't take anything they say personally because you know what they are saying just isn't true. All they are doing is trying to keep you engaged because that's what they need from you. And I get it. It's hard to refrain from engaging with this person because you never expected them to lash out the way they are. But it's important to learn the skill of emotional self-control so you can be ready for the next episode of crazy coming from them. And trust me, after the first episode takes place, it's just the beginning of many more to come. Don't start fantasizing that things are going to be any different moving forward. Remember the pattern that has transpired here. The narcissist has no intentions of going back to the good old days. If you're in a situation where leaving isn't a viable option, and you can't just walk away from the relationship, whether that's at work, it could be a husband, a wife, a significant other, or a family member, setting boundaries is really the only way that will allow you to stay involved with this person without completely losing your sanity. Set those boundaries. Engage with them as little as possible. Try to provide one-word answers. Don't allow them to drag you down that rabbit hole of insults and abuse. Work super hard to keep your cool at all times. And I get it, guys. We're all just human beings. We can't be strong every single day, especially when we're dealing with someone like this continuously. So it's important to be highly aware of what's going on and maintain a level of understanding of what this person is really doing here. I hope this video gives you a good idea of what to look for if you think you're involved with a covert narcissist. And I apologize for repeating myself so much here, but it's critical that you truly understand what they are up to. And by setting some boundaries, it's going to help make your life so much easier. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, keep watching for the signs. Stay alert, be vigilant, be strong, be brave, and go live your best life today.